On January the 29th, 2025, PSA Airlines Flight 5342 was on its final approach to Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. The aircraft had taken off from Wichita earlier that evening, carrying 60 passengers and 4 crew members. 2 experienced pilots were at the controls. The captain had been with PSA Airlines for nearly 6 years, and the first officer had been with the airline for almost 2 years. The flight had been routine up to this point, and the weather conditions had been favorable. While the pilots were preparing to land, a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter, call sign PAT-25, was on a night training mission a few miles away. The Black Hawk, which had 3 crew members on board, was part of an annual evaluation exercise. The flight focused on training military pilots for low-altitude maneuvers over the Potomac River, a mission requiring precision, coordination, and strict adherence to assigned altitudes. The pilots had been instructed to stay at or below 200 feet while following Route 1 before transitioning to Route 4. This well-known helicopter corridor near Reagan National Airport intersects multiple approach and departure routes, requiring precise coordination with air traffic control. The controller on duty that evening cleared Flight 5342 to land on runway 1. However, as the aircraft approached, the controller reassigned it to runway 33. This required the pilots to execute a sidestep maneuver to align with the shorter runway. In doing so, they would descend over the Potomac River and cross the path of the Black Hawk. At this point, a series of events may have led to the plane's misidentification. The collision shattered the Black Hawk mid-air, sending flaming debris into the Potomac River. The jet suffered severe damage, lost control, and plunged into the river just half a mile from the runway threshold. Minutes after the incident was reported, emergency responders from Washington, D.C., Arlington County, Maryland State Police, and the U.S. Coast Guard arrived at the crash site. All 67 lives were lost in the crash. The collision was the deadliest U.S. aviation disaster in 16 years.